John Wakefield and State's Attorney Tennyson and myself are present for a conference call with Bob Hook.
Hello, Bob. John Wakefield. I'm here with Dale, who was appointed to the committee along with me, Jamie Tennyson, of course, Samantha Larson, the auditor, and assorted spectators.
Okay.
I'll just turn it over to Dale, and you're on speakerphone.
All right.
Hey, Bob.
Hey.
I guess do you have any questions for us to start out? We went ahead and presumptuously appointed you as sheriff yesterday, so.
Yeah, I kind of caught it on the news.
I hope
So
that.
yeah, I guess we gotta probably finalize some things here today, and
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys want to start. What's your thoughts? I've got some things to talk about, so how are you going to do it?
Well, why don't you go ahead with what your concerns are and
Okay,
questions.
So I guess one of the big ones is my license has expired, so there's no problem getting me back on to work. That won't be an issue. But sometime, probably within the next year, depending how this goes, the next 45, 90 days and beyond that, I will have to, if I am going to stay on, I'll have to attend the 12-week peace officer basic course. So, like going back to maybe high school or freshman year in college. So that's also, there'll be a 12-week absence if I do stick it out, if that ends up being the case. I think for now, if we get together on this, once I start, I'll just put in a very minimal uniform order, some of that kind of stuff, just to see where we're going with this. I think a big thing is try and get a third person as quick as we possibly can, realistically, to spread that workload. I'm sure Dalton would really appreciate that, and as well as many others. Let's see here. I guess I'm interested to see what your salary offer is. I kind of know where I need to be. I'm having to basically relocate here a little bit part-time. I didn't really have that coming in my plans. We could probably work through that. And I plan, I will fulfill my duties as sheriff. I don't see myself running around the neighborhood 24 hours a day, like I probably did when I was in my 30s and 40s. But just want to make that clear up front. That's where I'm at with that. And I will, on time off, I will make probably very frequent trips back to Bismarck for my time off, because I do have a life going here that I need to deal with. So I guess I'm just going to be straight up on that. And I guess we'll pick up the pieces once we get down the road a ways on where we're going in the future. I don't know what the situation is with write-in candidates. I'm sure they're already lining up. I'm a good guess.
I haven't heard of any thus far, but.
Yeah, I've already heard a few rumbles from really non-qualified individuals, but that happens.
Yeah.
I guess what questions you guys have for me, we can probably start there too. Ask whatever you need to ask.
Well, just kind of a synopsis on how this possibly will work. Keep in mind, this is only until the results of the upcoming election. So.
Yep, I've got that very clear, Dom. I mean, that's why I talked yesterday about kind of a three-pronged deal here. Is
Right.
this first 45 days, depending on how that goes, and then the write-in campaign, how that turns out, and then it would be what's from that point forward. So I totally understand that. I'll help the public grasp that.
Right, so that would take us through January, up until January 1st. The new sheriff would take
Correct.
election. So what we have for right now, and I'm sure that's going to be amended as far as salary goes, to match the remainder of 22 was $66,000 per year base salary, along with, was it $115 for healthcare per year? Something in that order, and then the matching of the retirement, the total retirement to 15% of the total wage towards retirement also. I think that gross salaries comes in somewhere a little north of $80,000 with the benefits.
I didn't hear that last part, John.
Oh, I think the gross salary, I think the gross salary with benefits comes somewhere around $80,000. The 66 plus the 15%. Here, Samantha's got it for me exactly.
Health insurance would be badge. Retirement is 15.3%.
So it's 66,000 plus another 17,000.
Okay.
And then 83,000 approximately, give and take a few hundred here or there. And then the rest of it for after the first of the year is still, I think there's been a commitment, a verbal commitment by the commission to raise the salary to match what we did for the end of 22. Is that right, Dale?
Correct.
Yeah. So I assume that will happen. There's funding available. We've already located and earmarked the funding tentatively. But as you pointed out, this is a real temporary position, and
Right.
there's lots of things that could happen. Right now, we're just trying to fill the gap to get to the point where we can actually make some 4-year commitments, I guess, is what we're looking for.
Right. And I think working together, we should probably be able to figure something out there, whether it's me or another viable candidate comes out of the woodwork, which, it could happen there some around, but I really hope that the citizenry understands the situation that the colony is in here right now, because it's kind of a desperate time. The door's wide open to who knows what's coming if you aren't able to do something here. And I had no illusions of ever coming back and being sheriff, but I will do it to the point where it works and it covers the need.
Yeah.
I kind of put that in my past and through retirement, and I'm willing to come out of retirement and do this to get us, and I say us because I still feel I'm a Griggs County person. I will till the day I die, to get us through this predicament and kind of move forward. But with that way, there's some options for the commission and for the citizens to have a heavier role in what the future is, instead of just throwing it in the air like this.
Correct. Yeah, we're kind of in in uncharted territory here.
Absolutely.
We had one deputy gone on guard leave. We had a resignation to go work outside the law enforcement community, and then of course the timing. We have basically a wide open ballot now, and so the issue of training after January 1st is almost a given with whoever is going to be sheriff. It's very doubtful that there's going to be someone that runs on the write-in ballot that will meet the training requirements. It is possible, but
Yep.
So
Probably likely not.
Yeah, again, and the one thing for sure that we know in government and dealing with situations like this, is there is nothing for sure.
Right.
So we'll try to cover.
Hands are somewhat tied.
Right. We're really now just trying to get to a point where we know how to deal with. We know what we're going to deal with. So I greatly appreciate that you stepped up, and I'm quite sure that the citizenry does also. And again, the duties you're going to assume are that of the sheriff. So you will be the appointed sheriff. You will be have to abide by all the duties and the oath of office as if you were elected. The county commission at that point is kind of out of the supervision part of this. There's a budget in place, and you will administer the budget as you see fit.
Yeah, and I don't assume, and I can guarantee you, we're not gonna, or I'm not gonna come in and we're not gonna shake the world upside down and create a bunch of havoc. We're gonna walk into this realistically and responsibly, and with I guess, like always, my thought philosophy always was, the people and their property comes first. That's will still be my driving belief behind that. That's my first responsibility is keep the place safe for those and what they own and who their families are. And then I guess from there we'll look at things as they come up, each one by one. So I guess the other thing we need to how we're going to move forward to advertise for a deputy. That should probably go out as soon as possible, and until I am in office, I would not be able to send that out myself.
And right now, the commission probably shouldn't either. We'll have to speak with Amber. I can send Amber an email to advertise for deputy.
Yep. I hope she'll do that. I mean, it's just a matter of getting the teletype out.
So Jamie will take care of that?
Yeah, I'll contact her.
Okay, so that's covered, Bob.
Yeah, because you pretty much have to do that. I mean, that's just how it works. To cover the county's backside and do it the right way, which we want to do it the right way.
Yeah, it has to be done. So is it 2 weeks notice, Jamie?
Right.
Right. So it will be shortly after Amber officially leaves office that we'll be able to actually hire somebody, but it'll be close.
Right. And I guess there's things. This is probably just a housekeeping matter, but I know this meeting's being recorded that today, and I'm glad, I'm okay with that, because I think that transparency is a good thing right now for the community, especially the situation they're in. And I know I've got calls since word kind of got out, and there seems to be a certain level of uncertainty what's going to happen. I think if we put some of that to rest here in the next 24 hours, that's going to be a good thing.
I believe the last 24 hours have put quite a bit of that to rest.
Right.
It did, as you saw, it was on WDAY and was very favorable towards your position. And I think as we go forward here, the anxiety level should start to come down. And you're right, as we wrap this up today, that will move us further along to that point. And we do have the local press in the room, so I assume she's going to do her part also to put the public at rest.
Well, I guess where I'm standing here today, and based off our conversations here, I will accept that appointment for the sheriff's office, for the sheriff's position, upon Sheriff Michaelis' departure, and then I guess we could pick up the pieces at that point and see where we're headed. I don't know what else you're looking from me.
I can't think of anything else, Bob. I appreciate you coming forward to.
I'm assuming I'm going to need to get in touch with the auditor here shortly, and
that
at
was
some point kind of get some preparatory work done.
that was
Correct.
that was the only thing I had was
Oh.
and possibly if the state's attorney has anything.
I have no questions, but maybe Dalton does, since I think we need to forge a relationship between Bob and Dalton if they want to speak. If Dalton has any questions for him.
Yeah, I know the Dalton's there. The first time I met him was on the highway north of Hannaford, a vehicle in the ditch. That's our introduction.
Right. Dalton is in the room.
Okay.
And I guess once, yeah, I mean, right now he is working for Sheriff Michaelis.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the protocol is for this. And I don't know. That would be up to you, Bob, to determine how you want to handle the transition.
I plan that to be as seamless as possible, and I try and get him some probably well-deserved time off as soon as we possibly can get the wheels turning here. And I guess when time's appropriate, I'll be happy to have a conversation with Dalton. I feel like I'm talking around you, Dalton. I don't mean to do that, but
No, you're all right.
We'll definitely touch base sooner than later.
I will pass on your number to Dalton then at the conclusion of this meeting,
Okay.
Bob.
Uncertainty usually breeds hysteria and nervousness and worry. So
Well,
try and get that settled sooner than later.
or more dangerously, imagination,
Right. Yep.
speculation. Okay. I don't have any other questions, Samantha.
No, if I could just get your email address and everything like that, then I can get you budget stuff sent over to you and anything else that you are.
Okay, I'll reach out to you by phone and get that to you, and then we'll go from there.
Perfect.
Or get John's got my number. Just get that. You just text me your email address, and I'll send it up to you.
Perfect.
Well, you have any other questions, John or
I don't know.
Jamie? I think we can conclude our meeting for today then.
So with the,
When will your next meeting be?
September 22nd at 2:30.
Do you think we'll have to meet prior to that to iron anything else out? You can,
Yeah, just give me. I've got some calls in right now. I'm waiting on some answers back on a few things. I need to get PERS straightened out. What's going to happen with that? I don't want to do anything to derail any of that. So, and that's getting a phone call in there now. It can be a 4 or 5 day wait to get an answer back. So we'll see how that goes. But that's not going to alter my thinking or my plans here.
yeah.
well, if
Anything
there,
else I would have would be just simple, housekeeping items like get uniforms ordered, and so I have some stuff like that, and I've got to line up someone to do a weapons qualification course for me, so I can get that finished, but I'll get that stuff lined up, and I can report on that on the 22nd or earlier as needed.
And in the information exchange between you and the auditor, I'm quite sure she'll send you the current budget and the 2023 budget as it's been amended.
Okay, that sounds good.
Keep in mind that the salary in the 2023 budget has not been increased yet, but again, I think there's a verbal commitment from the commission to make it match the remainder of 2022.
it was just a matter of we weren't gonna.
On the salary part, are the intentions to roll me back in PERS, or do we know what's going on there, Sam, or what's the idea, what's the thoughts behind all that?
Yep, I think you would be enrolled back into the PERS on the health insurance and the retirement side.
Okay.
Are you currently drawing on your retirement?
Yeah, I am. I was able to do that when I turned 55,
Okay.
and then of course I'm fully medical insured through PERS already, through my spouse. So I don't really need that. Now, if there's a way we can save that money for the county or invert it to salary, I wouldn't mind that, but we can figure that out, I guess.
Well, being you're in PERS already, that'll have to be a discussion with them, correct, Jimmy?
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
just be that
Yeah.
I don't enroll him in the county part of it.
Well, that'll just have to be worked out.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm
that's
sure
something we can't
there's
decide
some
today. We
rules.
need PERS to wait on that, so.
I'm further
Sam,
weigh
I-
in on it. It's not going to be an additional expense to the county. It's just going to be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, what's the next move here? What do you need from me next?
Well, we kind of got the cart before the horse, and
Right.
we already appointed you.
Yeah, I heard that.
It was a little bit of a mix-up. It was supposed to be to appoint the two people to interview you, but it ended up the other way, and both appointments got done. So I guess from that point forward, or maybe from this point forward, you are considered hired for the sheriff's position from September 22nd through through the close of business on December 31st.
Correct. And if there, one thing to keep in mind too, I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. If there's a write-in candidate that whoever that wins, and there's no incumbent in office, that person can take over upon the election. So to keep that in mind.
Right.
So, we don't know. It's a different day and time.
Correct.
Well, I guess I don't have any more right today. So
No, I don't have anything else, Bob. If you have
I'll
any,
just deal with the business at hand, and we can pick up the intricacies later. But just
Very good. Congratulations.
yep. Thank you.
yeah, thanks, Bob. Well, if you want to contact the sheriff, Jamie, and get the ball rolling on,
Yep, already sent.
very good. I think we can call that the end of business for today.
Quick question. Did he say that after the election on November 8th, that the person can actually take over on the 9th?
Yeah.
That's set for January, huh?
Well, no, that would be September, that would be
The
the
election.
morning of the close, as soon as the results of the election, they could, and the next day they could possibly take over. I think that's correct, Jamie. I'm not sure.
Statutory is January 1st, but.
Right.
Well, so it is January 1st then.
Statutory, it's January 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have my number?
Actually, don't believe I have your number.
Stop it.
Yeah.